We need a girl with fashion sense, a good heart, a beautiful singing voice, and the ability to love plant-based monsters. Let's go with that girl. It's Mimi time! The metropolitan, fashionable, and sincere member of the Digidestined is finally about to get herself a Pokémon team. One that fits her personality and matches her partner and best friend, and her outfit. Let's start with her iconic rookie-level partner and find Mimi a Palmon. And while there are countless grass Pokémon we could choose from, what I've decided on is one I'm a little proud of. I wanted a Pokémon that had the same green and pink color scheme of Palmon, while not shying away from her floral and amphibian-looking design. And what I decided on was Ivysaur. But not just any Ivysaur. This Ivysaur is half shiny and half normal. Shiny Ivysaur's skin is a very similar color to Palmon, but the normal Ivysaur's flower is a similar color to Palmon's. So I merged the two to create what I think is the perfect Palmon Pokémon. Togemon is up next, and there are surprisingly a lot of good options for a giant boxing cactus. Maractus and Cacturne immediately come to mind, and while either could be a good fit, especially Maractus, I'm gonna go with Hitmonchan. All of these three are good options, but I'm gonna lean towards Togemon's fighting spirit and boxing talent for this choice. Lilymon is next. The ultimate level form of Palmon, seen first against Dark Tyrannomon, which was really late in the series if you ask me, has, just like the others, a lot of good choices. But to make things easier, I'm gonna narrow it down to just Lilligant and Serena. As both are good choices, it does come down to preference, but I think the obvious choice is Lilligant. It looks like Lilymon, it's the same flower, the same vibe, and feels like a perfect Pokemon for Mimi's personality too. I could do the Mega level Digimon now, but I won't, and instead give Mimi two other Pokemon that fit who she is. First off, Mimi needs a Pokemon that represents her style. Hatterene may be wearing a hat just like Mimi, but you know what's even better? A Pokemon that looks like her hat. So I'm gonna go with Vivillon. But this Pokemon has other great qualities besides looking like Mimi's iconic hat. As a Pokemon that changes depending on where on the planet it's evolved into, I think it also fits how Mimi's style changes drastically throughout the series, like when she moves to America. Next, how about a Pokemon that showcases Mimi's singing ability? Initially, I was gonna go with Smoochum, but I think a better choice is Politoed. Not only does this represent Mimi's singing ability, as Politoed is a known vocalist among the amphibian Pokemon community, but also harkens back to her time as the queen of the Otamamon and Gekomon. All hail Queen Mimi! And last but not least, it's time to find Mimi a Rosemon. One of the coolest Mega level Digimon around if you ask me. And I'd like to say there are a lot of great choices, and I struggled to pick one, but let's be real. Rosemon is obviously going to be Roserade. In what universe would I not choose the iconic Rose Pokemon for Mimi's Mega? And there we have it. With all of these flowers and sweet scent on Vivillon, this is probably the best smelling Pokemon team ever. But there's also a lot of power, beauty, and the ability to heal and aid others, which is exactly what Mimi would look for in a Pokemon team. Comment below if there are other great options for Mimi. I mean, I know there are a ton. I was this close to including Pokemon like Smoochum, Maractus, Hatterene, and Comfey, but alas, we're limited to only 6. Stay tuned for the next Digidestined in this series, Joe, as well as the next part in my What If James Never Got Engaged series, which should be released very soon. Thanks for watching!